Here we go. Welcome back to special episode. Not Presently Deceased. Yay.
I don't even know what episode number we're on at this point.
Well, this wouldn't count as I think this is gonna be... Well, okay, right? When we last finished recording, we got to 9. So I don't know, this will either be out somewhere between 8 or 9 or after 9.
Okay, this is episode 8.5.
It's like 8.5. Yeah, I think that's the plan, is to put this as 8.5. Anyways, this is a bonus episode. I'm gonna turn on my... Actually, no, I'm not gonna turn on my video. Just to
Don't.
keep...
Yes.
Things seem to work better when I don't have my video, but it really kind of sucks because I like seeing people's faces and also...
Well, I'm not showing you my face, and if you want to see my face, come into this room.
Yeah, you know what? I might just do that sometime, but
Oh, God.
not now. So, since you weren't there when Cormus disappeared, I've got to kind of explain to you what happened. So,
I watched the. You know I listened to the recap.
I know, but I'm gonna do. Okay, well, how about you recap for us then?
All right. So what happened? Cormus and Isla are up in the tower, and so Cormus has this little box that he was given by a pirate, Bulby pirate, and this box started to, it glowed. It was vibrating, I think.
Yes.
And Crow's just, it's like, he keeps it under them, and he pulls it out, looks at it, says, hello, and then he disappears.
Leaving a box behind that looks exactly the same, but green.
I have no idea. I don't know about that box.
No, you don't, but just so everyone else knows. Thank you for not metagaming. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The box isn't going to affect your life, probably.
I really hope it does, because if it doesn't affect my character's life, then it means I'm not getting back.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. Oh, okay. So, there's a moment of bright light as you disappear, and it's a weird experience. You can only describe as astral, otherworldly, and it feels tingly, but also it feels like you're covered in slime at the same time. And it also feels like you're being tickled by 100 tree branches.
So it's like acid.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I don't know how you know that, but sure.
No, I meant acid damage.
Oh, I said that you meant like the drug.
No.
And there's something you're not telling me, Ian. Oh. Okay. Anyways, after what feels like forever, you appear standing, still holding the box, in what looks like a grove in a forest. But this isn't any normal forest you've ever seen. There are large flowers. It's a lot more... Well, everything looks a lot brighter. The trees don't look exactly the same. They look strange, otherworldly in shape. Off in the distance, actually, you can see the shape of a unicorn. However, in the middle of the field, you see 3 people. What looks like an Aladrin with a spear sticking out of his gut, laying on the ground. He looks to be well-aged, not old, about in the middle age for an Aladrin. As well, beside him stand a turtle who looks quite old. He's actually holding a staff of wood, which he leans upon. As well, the other member is this tall, well-standing, surprisingly kind of not young adult, but like he's been about like a middle-aged adult, but he I don't know, there's like this aesthetic that of looking at him that feels a bit older than normal, than like what he actually appears. And beside him sits this glowing orb floating near his head, about the size of, well, if you've ever played bladder ball, which is this world's version of soccer, it's about the size of a soccer ball or a bladder ball.
Okay.
I'm assuming as a child you've played bladder ball.
I guess. Look. Is that something that was in Northern Taronia? Then yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, no. Bladder ball is the most popular sport around the world. There's a bladder ball championship every year. Yeah. Teams from all over show up and compete. Anyways, they look at you for a moment, a bit surprised. Anything that you want to do?
Did you summon me?
Who? And the turtle looks at you and says, "Who are you?" And the Eladrin sitting on the ground says, "No, I don't think so." Wait, how did you get here?
I hold up the box and I say, it was given to me almost 2 years back by a pirate.
There's a moment
Bulby.
of them. They look at each other, and they look back down at Ral. Ral, the Eladrin sitting on the ground. The Eladrin just kind of sighs, and he goes, "God damn it, Bulby, Bulby." And the turtle looks at the human with the glowing orb and says, "Well, seems Bulby's a regifter." This moment of kind of like a sort of chuckling, but also a bit strange. And Rel says, not Rel, the Eladrin says, "Oh, come on over. Congratulations. You get Bulby's part of the will."
What?
What? Yeah. No, just come on over. I'll explain everything. They kind of motion for you to come over. He motions for you to come over. The turtle guy is smiling a bit at you. The human, however, is just kind of standing stoically, just not moving. No expression.
I say, who are you? Who are the three of you?
And the human turns to you and he says, "Well, have you ever heard of the continent of Aratrachnia? 200 years ago, it sank beneath the ocean."
Yeah, heard of it. Don't really believe it myself.
Well, let's just say we are the last of the ones who tried to prevent it from happening. We are three
what?
of the ones
40?
who You think I'm 40. You think we're 40. Oh, it's quite much more complex than that. But yes, we are the ones who defeated the She Prince all those years ago. So, not the She Prince, we fought with the She Prince. Things muddle up easily over the years. We were the ones who defeated the Kraken, if you've ever heard those tales.
I've heard of them, but then it's like Aratrachnia. I've just dismissed them.
Well, no, very, very much real. Bulby was there too, actually. Although he dipped out halfway through the events. There's this moment of pause, and it's like, and Rel says, I mean, he tried to poison someone, so that kind of didn't help. Anyways, does that answer your question? He says, kind of looking at you, staring intently, almost.
Sure. Have I ever seen any of these people before?
Well, you would never have seen them in person, but if you want, you can always do a history check for me to see if you might have seen pictures or heard about them in the books.
I have not.
What did you roll? Give me a number.
I was one face off from rolling a 20. There are three numbers next to the 20. I'll let you decide which one it was.
I need a number, Ian. Come on.
It's a 2.
What's your modifier on the skill, Ian?
Oh, and I'm a fighter. I don't need intelligence.
No, so what's your intelligence modifier?
My total is a 2.
Oh, your total is a 2.
It's also the number that I rolled.
Oh. No, I was kind of hoping that you had like a -2 to intelligence or something like that.
No!
Yeah.
Look, if you made me make a wisdom check, it would have been a 1.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, no, you've never seen any pictures of any of these individuals. You've heard stories about them a tiny bit, but you've heard stories of like a turtle and being one of the heroes, but that's about it. Yeah. The halfling, not the halfling, the Eladrin on the ground coughs a bit and spits up some blood.
How are you doing? He just gets stabbed in the middle of the field.
Let's just say, I didn't just get stabbed in the middle of the field. This is the safe place I set up so that when I was gonna die, all my living friends would be able to, well, get
Is there any way to
their will.
Is there any way to stop you from dying?
I mean, you can try, but the only reason we get here is when it's pretty darn imminent. This has only happened today. Ever. He smiles at you a bit and is like, oh,
Wouldn't
just
magical healing help?
well, you think any of us can magically heal? Look around.
The turtle has a staff that looks kind of wizard-like.
The turtle turns to you and he's like, well, back in the old days I could. But you trade some things to stay around this long, like myself. Those trades removed those abilities. It should be the easiest way to describe it to you, young man.
So wait, why? And Cormus just his hand over his face pensively.
It's nothing really. Okay. Anyways, since you're gonna be getting something, you laugh a bit and cough some more blood up. Well, you know, might as well know who you're getting it from. My name's Rel. Rel Ekrin. Pleasure meeting you. These, and he gestures to the two friends, like, well, let's just say, the one to my left, and he points to the turtle. This is Oogway. Yeah. Oogway kind of just nods. It's a pleasure to meet you. So, and this is the only darn one of them that I know will get angry if I don't use his full name. Kind of starts to get up a bit, but goes back down. This is Soler Istara. Hey, Soler. Yes?
It sounds
What?
like a last name that I know.
Well, as you're saying that, it's just this small conversation. Hey, Soler, so how's your son doing, anyhow? He looks up and he looks at him and he says, my son? He's right here. And he looks up at the orb and there's a moment of like, oh, what do you mean, Junior? He's well, he left. It's a long story. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it.
Oh. Is your son's name Isil by any chance?
He looks a bit surprised, kind of breaking that stoic looking like, yes. How do you happen to know him?
Yeah, I do. I was on the other side of a room from him when this happened.
Huh. Wow, well, he kind of just smiled at me and I was like, I haven't heard from him in at least 2 years. Tell him to at least write home, please. I know we left on bad terms, but I don't want to lose my actual child after losing my wife. As much as he might think otherwise.
See what I can do.
Thank you. He looks down at Ral and he says, by the way, you called yourself Ral. I think the blood loss is getting to your head, friend. He laughs a bit like, yeah, I think it is. Kind of do this quickly. I think. Smart idea. Okay. Well, each of you has a box, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And they all hold out their boxes, and I'm assuming you do as well.
Yeah.
And he says, okay. Well, whatever you get is in the box. So, enjoy. And he just sort of stops and goes limp. It's a moment of pause and sudden realization over everyone's faces that Relikrin
He's dead.
is dead. Yeah. They look. You all look between each other, and Uruguay says, well, I always thought that I would be the first to go. I mean, oh, okay, so the others went before us, but I mean, out of the 3 of us who's been alive for who knows how long. Well, I guess we should open these.
Mine hasn't been able to open.
Try
I
it.
don't think I'll be able to open it.
Well, neither have ours, but might as well try now. And he's gonna open his box up. He's gonna try at least, and there's this moment of a click. He's pulling it, and it opens. He looks inside, and he just sort of closes the box and says, well, seems that you can open and close the boxes now, so should all be set.
Cormus is gonna try to open the box.
Crack it open. Inside, you see a ring, as well as a handful of gold and a few other small items just sort of sitting in there. Now, you can kind of actually make an Arcana check for me.
Got great Arcana. 4.
So you can tell one thing, that all these things are strangely small for the size that they should actually be. So
Okay.
there's likely magic. But that's about it.
All right.
It's magical.
Hmm.
Solaire is just gonna pocket his box. And he says, so, how do we get out of here?
I have no idea.
There's a moment where suddenly, out of the forest come 5 fairy dragons. 2 of them grab Rel's body and begin to take him away, and the other, each of them goes to one of you, sits on your shoulder. And
Hello.
yeah, hello, hello, says the says the fairy dragon into your ear, into your mind, more like actually. And you can tell that everyone else is hearing something like this too, although they haven't spoken. It's almost like they're actually speaking directly with them telepathically already. Pseudo dragon says to you, not the pseudo dragon, the fairy dragon says to you, Are you ready to be done with this? Get moving on?
I'm gonna see if I can talk to him through my mind. I'm gonna think.
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, Jesus.
Just make a normal intelligence check.
Okay, I'm gonna use my purple dice this time
Ooh, fancy.
because my blue dice aren't. My blue dice have rolled a 2 and a 4. Purple dice will be better. I mean, it's better. 7.
7. No, you try, and he looks at you, and you can hear, you know, you're really bad at that.
Out loud, I say, I haven't had much practice.
Oh, you know, we can work on this. We can work on this all the time. Name's Hojo, by the way.
I say, did you know him?
I mean, he looks at the body being taken away. And kind of, but not really. But there's a deal after an event with our group of fairy dragons. This is kind of the conclusion of it, if you think about it that way. So the only thing I've got to tell you is, remember, I'm not a cat. Okay? If we can follow that one rule, we'll be best of buds.
Wait, you're coming with me?
I'm coming with you. It's part of the deal. I get to bring you back home. You and me, we're gonna go places, kid. It's gonna be great. He looked at you. He's like, by the way, I can actually talk normally. I like talking in heads, so yeah, kind of my fault. My bad. But
Alright.
yeah.
Well, I guess.
And all kind of.
I have to call you something.
Oh, I'm Hojo.
What's
I
your
just
name?
told you.
Hojo?
Hojo, yeah. Don't you dare give me another name or a pet name. Dear God, save me. God, save me. Divine being, save me. Fancy floaty things, save me. Yeah.
Alright then, Hojo.
Yeah. What's your name?
My name's Cormus.
Pleasure to meet you, Cormus. Right. Okay. Just give me a moment. And he looks at all the other fairy dragons on each of their shoulders. And they nod. And Solaire says to you and Uguay, well, first of all, he says to Uguay, it's been a pleasure seeing you again, old friend. I've always wondered what happened to you. Uguay kind of smiles and says, likewise. However, that is my secret. He nods at you and he says, well, I never Did you ever tell us your name?
Don't think I did. Cormus.
Well, Cormus, better take good care of our friend Fortune. You seem like a good sort. Also, if you ever see Baldy again, kick him up the ass for me. And he's gonna just, you see that he'll just sort of fade into leaves and disappear. Solaire looks at you and says, well, remember, tell Isil I say hello. Even though, must say he's a bit of a troubled child, his own right.
He told me that when I first got this and I gestured to the drift globe, it was given to me, it was described as a miniature sun, and Isil said that suns don't really bring much but some trouble.
He is... yes. He was never a fan of the church after his mother died. But that's something you should talk to him about. He will find his sun or his moon. But I wish you well, Cormus. He's gonna also just sort of disappear.
Wish you well as well.
But instead of leaves, he'll turn into a ray of sunlight as he and his pseudo-dragon disappear. Not pseudo-dragon, fairy dragon. Fairy dragon disappear. Hojo looks at you and says, right, boss, you ready? You ready?
How do we leave?
Just leave that to me. You almost hear this, you see an illusionary set of hands appear in front of you, and you can hear them crack the knuckles. And he grins and he goes, hold on tight. And he'll just sort of, your world will just sort of spin out. And that'll be it. Same sort of feeling coming back.
Okay, question. What color is as a player? I know that pseudo dragons.
Fairy dragon.
Fairy dragons. They have things by color. So what color is Hojo?
Just give me a second. I am obviously not just Googling this right now.
It's basically it's.
No, I know. I just need to get all the different color variations so that I know what they're.
It's all the colors it's all the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah, I know, but they have different ability levels.
Yeah, the older they are, the closer to the purple indigo.
Yeah, they are.
And thus the more powerful. Like indigo ones get polymorph.
Mm-hmm. Just give me a moment. I'm trying to find it. I think he isn't very, like, he's an older fairy dragon to an extent. Right?
So what, blue? Green?
Just give me a moment. I'm trying to actually find it. Okay? I'm having trouble finding stat blocks here. I need the monster manual. There it is. Are fairy dragons under dragons or fairy dragons? Separately.
They're under fairy dragons.
Because they're special.
Yeah, so...
I love fairy dragons. No. Let me find it for you. Sorry, let me find it myself. I'm almost there. I'm at elves. Flump. Flame skull. Fairy dragon. Yeah, he is, I'm gonna say he's somewhere between yellow and green. Like he's part yellow, part green.
Okay.
In color.
He's a lime.
He is a lemon lime flavored fairy dragon.
No. Yeah. No. You just told me don't treat him like a cat, now I'm gonna treat him like a food.
Okay, well that's the end of our mini session.
What's your flavor of pseudo dragon? Cherry. What's yours? Key lime.
Indeed. You know what?
Got black licorice.
He has little like meringue white accents on his scales as well.
Oh my god.
That's from what I'm describing him from now on. He's Hojo the key lime colored pseudo dragon. Sorry, fairy dragon. Jeez.
You're just getting him mixed up. You're getting him mixed up with pseudo dragon just because of the last campaign.
I know. Puff.
Puff the drinking champion.
Puff wasn't with Oogway. Oh, I forgot. Whatever. Puff's probably dead by now.
Aw.
It's been 200 years, okay?
Puff's drinking prowess will go down in history.
Yeah, Puff's drinking prowess does go down in history. Until you see Hojo's.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh god. I'm so happy that I got to use Hojo, because I've actually had him sitting in my mind for like years. I wrote a short story with him actually, and a halfling. Mm-hmm. Which was not bad.
So are you done recording right now or no?
We're currently getting near. No, we're still recording. Gotta wrap this up though.
Yes, then let's wrap it up.
So, that's the end of our mini session. I hope you enjoyed, Ian.
Alright, that's it, we're done. Bye!
No, hey, come on. Well, right. First of all, we gotta, of course, mention, if you enjoyed this recording, this mini session, you're gonna enjoy the other ones. So, remember to, listen to those.
Please do.
Please do.
We need the views.
Remember to like, if you're on, subscribe. If you're listening to this on like YouTube, there's a bell that you can hit.
Hit that, please.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what it does, but it sounds cool when you press it.
Yeah, it ding. It lets you know when we post our next ones, which we post every week, usually, unless we have major problems, or everyone is dying inside. Like last time. Yeah. As well, if you can leave comments or on any of the podcasting areas, leaving a nice little review, rating, anything, it helps with algorithms and all that jazz. Also, if you really want to, you can go to a link, which we're going to put in the description of the video, but I'm going to tell you anyways, because we're trying this out, because someone sent me an email and said, you should try this. Primarily, it was the company that does this. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the link. I didn't write it down. Curses.
Here, we have a Patreon. Here's the link to it. Actually, we don't have the link to it.
This isn't actually Patreon.
Oh.
This is a Rate This Podcast, which the guy sent me an email, and he was the person who told me that we're actually on Apple Podcast when Anchor has told us you're not on Apple Podcast yet, and when you Google us on Apple Podcast, you won't find us.
Wow.
Like when you search us up. So, because we're not technically fully in yet, but we are apparently on Apple Podcast. So,
ooh.
Yeah. Let me just find the actual...
We are Not Presently Deceased on your favorite podcasting...
Yeah.
Service. Thingy.
It is... Dear God, I can't seem to find this. Oh, it'll be... So, Rate This Podcast, all one word, all lowercase, .com/NPDDND. So that is again, NPDDND. You can leave a review there as well. Yeah. That should be it. Again, I hope you enjoyed our video, and I guess it's time to say, or our recording.
Yes, goodbye.
Goodbye.
The appropriate word.
Bye.